Hello everyone, good morning. Am I audible? Perfect. Okay, so let's begin with the session, guys. So in yesterday's session, what did we discuss here? In yesterday's session, we understood what are methods, correct? So we understood what are methods, how do we define a method, and all those things we have seen it in a successful manner. But in today's session, what are we going to see here? Okay. In today's session, we are going to see a similar kind of topic here. Okay. So that is nothing but method overloading. Okay. So what is the topic we are going to discuss, guys, today? We are going to discuss something called as method overloading. Okay. So this is a very interesting and an important topic going ahead. Okay. So that is method overloading. What is method overloading actually speaking? Okay. It's a very simple topic. Okay. See here. I'll have one class. Okay. I'll have one class here. Okay. In one class, can I have multiple methods here? Your answer is yes. In one class, I can have multiple methods here. I can have any number of methods here. But my question is, in one class, can we have multiple methods with the same name? Can I have many methods with the same name? Possible. Okay. We can have multiple methods with the same name, but there should be some kind of difference with respect to their arguments here. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay. So what did I tell here? I will explain it to you in a beautiful manner over here. Okay. See here, guys. I'll have a beautiful class here. See, I'll have class name is demo. Okay. Open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay now, and then over here in this demo class, I'll have a method M1 open parenthesis close, open curly braces, close here. Okay, just the I have one main M1 method. Similarly, I'll also have one more method. Okay, imagine this method name is M2 method. Is this a syntactically valid program? Absolutely yes. I have one class here. I have couple of methods with different names. So it's absolutely valid here. But what is the topic we are going to discuss now? We are talking about something called as method overloading. Okay, so what is method overloading here? Just have an observe here. Okay, just observe, just ignore the second half and just concentrate on the first half here. Okay, what is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class. Okay, we are having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. Okay, so this is called as method overloading. In one class, we can have any number of methods here with the same name, possible, but there should be a change in the arguments here. When I talk about change in arguments here, I need to satisfy at least one of those three rules which I have specified over here. That is, there should be a change in the number of arguments. If I have multiple methods with the same name, right? Okay, so I need to satisfy either one of these three rules. Okay, so these three rules are change in the number of arguments, or change in the data type of the arguments, or change in the order or the sequence of the data types. Okay, either one of those three rules I need to satisfy. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay, can we see this program in a beautiful manner here? Yes, absolutely here. So now here, okay, is this absolutely valid program? We need to analyze. Okay, so now what is method overloading? In a class having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, in one class we are having multiple methods with the same name, but there should be a change in the arguments here. How many number of arguments? 0. How many number of arguments? 0. There are no arguments at all. Okay. What is the, if the number of arguments are same, there should be change in the data type. Is there any data types? No. Is there any data types? No. Then how will I check the sequence? I cannot check. I cannot check. Therefore, this is an invalid class here because I told you that we can have multiple methods with the same name, possible. But we need to follow certain rules here. But I'm not satisfying either one of those three rules. Even one rule I'm not satisfying. Therefore, it is invalid. Now what I'll do, therefore, I will just write it as, okay, int x over here. Okay. Now, is this valid? Yes or no? 100%. How? Sir, in a class having multiple methods with the same name, but difference in arguments. Okay. When I tell difference in arguments, how many number of arguments are there? One argument is there. How many arguments are there? Zero. Is there any change in the arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. So in one class, when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the number of arguments. Is there a change in the number of arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. Now, the number of arguments might be same. Okay. See what I'll do here. I'll have int x here and I will have int y here. Is this valid? Is this valid? No. Why no? Sir, is this valid? You might tell yes also. Sir, there is a change in a variable, sir. It is valid. It doesn't matter. Variable names might be same, might be different. It doesn't matter. All matters is the data type here. So the data type is same. Number of argument is 1. Number of argument is 1. Data type is int. Data type is int. Meaning everything is same. Okay, so therefore it is invalid. So therefore what I do, I'll just write it as string y here, string x here. Is this valid here? Okay, absolutely. Okay, how? In a class having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. So how many number of arguments? 1. How many number of arguments? 1. So the number of arguments are same. So the first rule gone. If the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. What is the data type here? It is integer. What is the data type here? It is string here. Is there a change in the data types here? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay, therefore, it is absolutely valid here. Got it? Similarly, okay, we understood the two rules here. What is the third rule, sir? Okay, I'll tell you in a beautiful manner here. Okay, int x, comma, string y. Okay, and here I'll write it as string x, comma, int y. Okay, now, so is this absolutely valid? Yes, sir. In a class having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. How many number of arguments over here? 2. How many number of arguments over here? 2. The number of arguments are same. Okay, if the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. Okay, what is the data type here? One integer and one string here. We have one integer and one string. Here again, one string we have, one integer we have. Meaning the number of arguments are also same. The data types are also same. One integer, one string. If the number of arguments are same, even the data types are same, there should be a change in the order or the sequence in which it is written here. Therefore, here first it is integer and then it is string. Correct. What is it? First integer and then string. But over here it is string and then integer. So there was a change in the order of the data types here. The first method, it will be int and double. Imagine. Okay, sequences. First integer and then double. But in the second method, it will be double and then int here. So there was a change in the sequence, the order of the data types here. See, number of data types are 2, number of data types are 2. Okay, here again the data type is int and double. Here also it's double and int. So data types are also same, number of arguments are also same. But look at the order, the sequence. Here it is int and then double. Here it is double and then int here. So this is called as method overloading. Okay, so just go back and read out the definition here. What is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class, we are having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, we are having n number of methods with the same name, but once we have so many methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments. When I tell change in the arguments here, we need to follow at least one of those three rules, meaning there should be a change in the number of arguments, or the data type of the arguments, or the sequence or the order in which the data types are written. Only when I satisfy these three rules, method overloading will be an absolutely valid data. Clear? So this is all about method overloading. We have a couple of notes here which we will be talking about a bit later. Okay. As of now, let me start implementing it practically over here. Okay. So I've already opened Eclipse. Okay, so it's already ready. Okay, so now to work around with Eclipse, it's a three-step process. We know that three-step process, right? What is it? We have to create a project, package, and class here. Okay, so let me create a project